What's up YouTube, John here from Barts, Bassin. Got for you episode number 2 of the Let's Talk series. And as you can see from the title, we're gonna be talking about Senkos. The name popular by Gary Yamamoto Senko, but more generally it's gonna be the stick bait. All right, the regular old stick bait, 5-inch long worm. Great bait. This is my confidence bait. We can fish it many different ways, and we're gonna talk about all that stuff. Ways to fish it, different styles, and colors are gonna be the main 3 topics here. All right. So the stick bait, there's, like I said, there's a lot of different styles. All right. This right here, I got in mystery tackle box. This is the most popular style right here. This is one you'll see in the Yamamoto Senko, but 5 inches is the typical size for these baits. Now they do make that I've seen 4, 5, 6. I think there's an 8-inch out there. But the 5 inches, you're all around primary bait or size that you're gonna use. All right, this right here is from Lake Fork Tackle. This is a ring fry. This is gonna get into your more finesse style stick baits right there. Very flimsy, if you will. We got a Biospawn stick bait. All right, you can see it's got really aggressive ridges in there. Another great stick bait. And then you have from Power Team Lures, you have their 6-stick. All right. You can see this one has squared core with rings on it with a meaty middle there. All right. All of those work very well for wacky rigs, Texas rig, Carolina rig. You can put on a trailer. They're very versatile bait. So let's talk about rigging. There's gonna be 2 main ways to rig a stick bait. It's gonna be the Texas rig and the wacky rig, all right? Texas rig, if you don't know what it is, you have a worm hook right here. This right here is an offset worm hook. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna take it, you're gonna put the point of the hook through the top, about 3/8 of an inch, bend it around, take it down that shank, through the top there, all right? Bury that hook tip. There you go. That's your Texas rig, all right? It's a fish killer, it really is. They're great to fish weightless. Most of them are gonna have some sort of salt in it, so it will give it that weight to sink. Or you can peg it. If I'm pegging it with a weight, I'm going max weight 1/8 ounce. But most of the time, 1/16 ounce is the weight I'm gonna go with. And that's gonna depend on wind and depth, but 16th ounce is pretty much prime time for the Texas rig of this. Now let's talk about the wacky rig, all right? Little history about the wacky rig. And if you know the full story, and if I'm wrong, go ahead and comment below what you know about it. But the wacky rig, to my knowledge, was completely by accident. I don't know who it was, but he had the stick bait, and he, I don't know what made him do it, but he just took a hook, put it through the middle, and fished with it, and found out that he just slayed fish, all right? And this right here is my, not favorite way, but my most confident way to fish. I know that if I tie on a wacky rig, that I'm gonna catch fish. It's my go-to for finesse fishing, and it's about as finesse fishing as I get. I'll say it now, I'll say it 100 times in the future. This is the easiest way to catch fish. This was my first technique I taught my son. It was the first technique I taught my wife. And if the fish are biting, it's a very exciting way to fish. So let's talk about colors. There's 3 colors that you need in your tackle box for stick bait. Black and blue, or black with blue flake, all right, for your stained, muddier water. Green pumpkin, all right. And the last color is gonna be June bug. And I looked, I don't have any colors of June bug right now. That's my go-to color for stick baits. or a lot of soft plastics. I don't have one, but those 3 colors right there, black with blue flake, green pumpkin, and June bug are all you need. Now, yes, your lake, your specific water, you know, you might want a, you know, a pearl or a white type bait. You might like throw in a laminate. Cool, that works for you. Don't stop what you're doing, okay? But for me, generally around the country, those 3 colors are gonna catch fish. For wacky rigs, weightless for sure. Like I said before, this is my favorite wacky hook right here. This is an owner wacky rig hook, I believe. They do some come with a weed guard right there. It's a very, very finesse weed guard. And they do come without the weed guard. That's my favorite. Second favorite is gonna be, this is a Gamakatsu wacky rig hook. All right, second favorite. And then for some baits, like the Power Team Lure 6-stick, there's not a lot of salt in it, so I need to add some weight to it. It's just gonna be a weighted wacky hook. All right, 16th ounce, 8 ounce at the most. This will get the job done. The rig that I'm gonna throw a stick bait on, and this is whether it's wacky rig, Texas rig, Nico rig, I'm gonna use the same rod. And that's gonna be a 7-foot McCain Premium Series fishing rod. This rod specifically was made for wacky rig fishing, all right? Now, you can definitely fish other finesse techniques, but this rod is very, very, very sensitive. Out of all the other rods that I have fished with, fishing stick baits, but this right here is prime time. I put on there high vis, you know, you wanna watch that line. This is, I believe 20 pound Suffix high vis braid. And I always put a leader on there. I'm always gonna put a fluorocarbon leader. On that, I got 8 pound fluorocarbon. And that's just a confidence thing in me. It makes me feel a lot better. If I don't have that leader, the leader breaks off and I'm in the middle of fishing, I'll just make sure I Sharpie that line because it's high vis. But I'm not saying you have to do that. You're still gonna catch fish on braid, straight braid, but I always add that fluorocarbon leader on there because fluorocarbon sinks. You want that bait to sink, you want it to flutter. Remember, if you're wacky rigging, this bait's gonna go down the water and it's gonna flutter like this and it just pisses the bass off. So it's, you want that line to sink. I think that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I think that's about the basics of the stick bait. Definitely stay tuned for a video in the future. I fish this a lot. If you haven't already, subscribe to Barts Bassin. Hit that alarm so you can keep up to date with the Let's Talk series. Leave comments below. As always, I say it all the time, leave comments below. I can only come up with so many ideas in my head. Fishing sucks right now, but I promise you I'm gonna get on the water. So yeah, until next time, y'all, stay tuned.